In the early 1800s, an estimated 60 million bison once roamed from the East Coast all the way to the Rocky Mountains. 5 million bison were home to Kansas alone. Unfortunately, by the early 1900s, the bison population had plummeted to fewer than 1,000. But thankfully, today, thanks to conservation efforts, the bison population continues to grow. My name is Joseph Accardi, and I'm going to be presenting land suitable for bison conservation in Kansas. So why bison? Bison have numerous specific environmental benefits that include boosted biodiversity. Bison selectively graze upon dominant coarse grasses, allowing slower growing flowering plants to thrive. They also provide enhanced soil nutrients. As they move, bison fertilize the soil with their nitrogen-rich manure and urine. Their grazing stimulates soil microbes to rapidly cycle organic matter, creating a highly nutrient-rich base that makes nearby plants more nutritious. Third is the creation of microhabitats. Bison frequently wallow, which is them rolling around in dirt to create shallow depressions. These temporary pits capture rainfall, creating a unique micro-wetland that provides essential breeding habitats for insects and amphibians. Lastly is support for other wildlife. Their heavy winter coats are often shed on trees and shrubs in the spring, helping limit the spread of forest encroachment onto prairies. Additionally, their massive heads and shoulders act as snowplows in the winter, forging pathways through deep snow that allow smaller animals like elk and pronghorn to access food. So as previously stated, and according to the National Park System, bison can predominantly be found across the Great Plains. The Great Plains is a vast semi-arid expanse of flat, treeless prairie stretching across the center of North America, extending from the base of the Rocky Mountains eastward to the Mississippi River Basin. It extends across 10 U.S. states and 3 Canadian provinces. Despite being centrally located in the Great Plains, Kansas actually ranks one of the lowest bison population totals across the Great Plains, ranking 7th out of 10. This is a problem that this project is trying to fix. There are currently 8,700 bison in Kansas. However, less than 1,000 aren't domesticated. There are currently 4 current conservation herds in Kansas. This includes the Konza Biological Station, the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve, the Maxwell Wildlife Refuge, and the Sand Sage Bison Range. So what lands in Kansas are suitable for bison conservation? Bison thrive on open, expansive grasslands, prairies, and semi-arid savannas. Because of their immense size and natural grazing behaviors, they require large, rugged pastures with access to natural water sources, though they are highly adaptable to extreme weather conditions. To explore this question further, let's take a look on what project data we're going to need to map this out. One data layer that is needed is the Kansas land use data, which is provided by the University of Kansas. This data layer categorizes each land use by 17 different classes. The classes that we need for this project are warm season grassland, cool season grassland, and water. This data originates from a University of Kansas survey first done in 2015. It was last updated in October of 2023. Another data layer that is necessary to have for this project is the interstate system within Kansas. This is necessary because we do not want to have any bison conservation areas too close to the highway. Using this, we will create a buffer later on to identify areas too close to the highway. Now it's time to go over the steps for completely creating a map dedicated to showing percent bison conservation suitability for each Kansas county. The first step is to convert the image layer to a polygon. This was done by using the raster polygon tool. The TIFF file was put in and the polygon was the output feature. Second, selecting grasslands and natural water sources to be their own feature class. This was done in 2 steps. First, the Kansas grassland feature class was selected by selecting grid codes 330 and 320. These are the cool season and warm season grasslands of Kansas. This would be converted into the Kansas grassland feature class. Next, the natural water feature class was created by using grid code 600, which featured the natural water sources. This was also set into its own feature class. After the project had its own Kansas grassland layer, tools were used to filter out any grasslands incapable of supporting bison. This proved to be the most difficult aspect of the project, as things tended to not run smoothly at all. There were 2 geoprocessing tools used, Buffer and Erase. Buffer created a 1-mile radius zone around any interstate highways in Kansas. After this buffer was created, the Erase tool was used to get rid of any grasslands within this buffer. To continue filtering out grasslands that could not support bison, the Select by Location tool was used. This was used to identify grassland polygons that contained or was nearby a water source. Without a water source, the bison could not survive. After that, the Select by Attribute tool was used. This was used to identify grasslands that were bigger than 1,500 acres. 1,500 acres were used because 1,500 acres could support 100 bison. After the filtering process, this is what the map looked like. After identifying Kansas grasslands that could support bison conservation, the Tabulate Intersection tool was used to create a table that identified the amount of area within each Kansas county, and then later joining it to the Kansas County layer using the county name. The table from the previous step showed the amount of area suitable for bison conservation, along with the percentage of the county that was suitable as well. After joining it, the Kansas County layer contained these values, and after changing the symbology to graduated colors, we were able to produce this map. After processing the data and filtering it out, and adding labels to the map shown in the previous slide, this is the final map that the project produced. As we can see, some areas that don't support bison conservation are in the northeast of Kansas and in counties with high urban activity, such as Sedgwick County. Counties with high percentages of bison land that is suitable is often located in south central Kansas and in central Kansas, and some parts of southeast Kansas. I want to thank you for listening to the video, and I hope you have a better understanding of what lands in Kansas are suitable for bison conservation.